This is the HPT.
Sit right down, put on your poker face. You with the big dogs now. Better bring your best game. Talk trash all you want. To me, it's all the same. You won't leave with much when you come in second place. I'm the one with the stack showing 7 to the jack. Gon' cry to your mama cause I'm sending you back. I'll be the last man standing with the money in my hand. I'll be the last man standing with the money in my hand. Last man standing with the money in my hand. I'll be the last man standing with the money in my hand.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the HPT. I'm James Larson, joined by poker professional Mr. Robert Williamson III. This week, Robbie, we're in Black Hawk, Colorado, here at the Golden Gates Casino and Poker Parlor. And once again, for the 9th time in a row, $1 million in the prize pool. How cool is that?
It was really cool. I'll tell you what, 721 entries. First place is going to be almost $228,000.
On last week's show, we started with 9, and now we're down to 7. And Robbie, we saw some fireworks on last week's episode.
We sure did, and Rex was the one in charge of a lot of those fireworks, gathering up chips. Rich had an up and down day, kind of a seesaw battle for him.
And Danny Gonzalez making his third final table, second out here in Black Hawk, Colorado, doubled up big right before we left.
He sure did, James, and he was patient and waited and finally caught a big hand and got a payday.
So tonight we're going to give away that title and the bracelet, and most importantly, the winner will go home with almost $228,000 in cash. Robbie, buckle up. We're going to have a lot of fun on tonight's episode. With no further ado, let's go ahead and meet the remaining players and take a look at that huge prize pool.
Over $1 million in this prize pool today, James. 721 entries. First place going to pay the champion tonight $227,000, 864.
Let's take a look at the chip counts. You got Rex with 5.7, right behind him Garrett and Rich. With our structure here on the HPT, it's anybody's game. Blinds are 60,000, 120,000 with a 15K ante. Under the gun will be Brandon. Looks down at Jack 6. He's going to fold over to Rex. Rex looks down at the old 7 deuce. Not the hand you want to wake up with for the first hand of the evening, Robbie.
Well, you know, sometimes when we're playing cash games, we put a little bonus. If you win a hand with 7 deuce or bluff somebody out, you get a $500 bonus. But I don't think they're playing that at this table. I think Rex might think they are.
Yeah, Rex is reaching for chips. He's going to raise to $260,000. Now action over to Rich. Rich is going to fold, as does Danny. Over to Vic now. He gets out of the way. Now to the 9 seat. It's Garrett. He's got a real hand. He's got ace-jack.
But does he have a real name?
Now, we talked about this last week. His name is Don Patrick. He goes by Garrett. He's a man of mystery. He told me he was 69 years old. It's saying that right here in his player profile. So Garrett makes the call. We go to the flop now. We'll see if the 7 deuce can come home. It's 9-5 tray. It's a rainbow. Garrett's going to check over to Rex, and Rex has got to continue this farce of a hand, I guess, with a bet of $305,000.
I think he has to, James. I don't think he has a choice.
And Garrett's going to make the call here. A pot of almost $1.4 million. 5 of diamonds now comes on the turn. Garrett's going to check.
Let's see if Rex continues the ruse.
But it looks like he's going to check, so we go to the river now. It's the queen of diamonds. Action on Garrett. Now Garrett's reaching for chips, and this is going to end the hand real quickly. He bets $400,000.
Well, it feels like Garrett might be bluffing there, but I don't think Rex can do anything about it. He only has 7 high.
He's going to raise to $1.1 million. This is unbelievable.
This is a major bluff that Rex is running.
Can Garrett actually make this hero call? I don't think it's possible.
Well, with the 3 diamonds on the board, it kind of feels like maybe that Rex might have backed into a flush. Even though he does have the ace of diamonds, if he does make this call, that would be the reason why I'd make it, because I've got 1 diamond eliminated.
Garrett's not going to make this call. Rex is going to win the hand. It's going to be a pot of almost 2.9 million chips. There comes the fold. And wow. Is he going to show it? Absolutely, ladies and gentlemen.
He's got to get 1 more dig in.
Absolutely. You have to show the 7 deuce. It's the only way you can get your $500 voucher from the other guys. Unbelievable. Blinds are going up now. 80,000, 160,000 with a 20K ante. It's James and Robert broadcasting from Black Hawk, Colorado at the Golden Gates Casino and Poker Parlor. Sometimes in No Limit Hold'em, you got to mix it up, Robbie, and we just saw Rex do that on the last hand.
Well, if he wakes up with a big hand here soon, he could get paid off because he played that hand that way.
And I have a feeling he tilted the 9 seat a little bit. Garrett, not happy seeing that 7 deuce, but he had to fold there as the re-raise was just too much. Action over to Rich, and he's going to make the call. Now, on last week's episode, we saw Rich really play some peculiar hands.
Yeah, I think he was trying to outthink himself last week, but definitely trying to mix it up here tonight. A rare limp. We haven't seen many limps here.
Shep's going to make the call with his king-jack, and now the option in the big blind, and it's going to be checked by Brandon, who looks down at queen-jack. I'm surprised we didn't get a raise out of this hand, but it is our first limp from last week and tonight. Let's go to the flop. And the flop is king-9 tray.
Well, gut shot for Brandon, but top pair for Shep.
Shep got the best of it. He's going to check over to Brandon. Brandon checks. Now action over to Rich.
Quick before they change their minds.
Rich is going to check. We, on last week's episode, saw Rich talking to the players a lot. He involved in conversations. He got him talking. Turn card now the 9 of hearts. And actually, Rich did most of the talking.
He did. I think he got himself entangled in some conversations that weren't beneficial to him.
Matt Shepsky's 32 years old from Chicago, Illinois, over $500,000 in career earnings. He's going to bet $270,000. And Brandon's going to fold. Now over to Rich, and I expect some question and answers to be going on here. Now that's how Rich usually handles this street after it's been bet.
Yeah, I don't think I would have bet if I was Shep here.
600,000.
I like a check call.
He's going to raise to $600,000 with absolute air.
Yeah, this is just a stone-cold bluff. That's what this is. Thievery.
Rich is into combat sports, boxing, grappling, MMA. His plans for the cash, Robert, he wants to buy an MMA ring for some of his buddies who are starting up a gym.
This is a really tough spot for Shep, actually, because of the 9 coming on the turn. Rich could easily have a 9 in his hand here.
Shep's going to go ahead and make the call. We got a big pot of brewing here, Robbie.
Yeah, I think Rich has tried to make too many moves, and people are a little suspicious of his holdings.
We go to the river card, and that river card is the deuce of spades. Action on Shep. He's going to check over to Rich. Rich took a lot of time in last week's episode.
And I think he's going to take his time again here.
Check.
And he's going to check. All right, Shep's going to win that hand, and our buddy Rich is kind of playing some weird hands, Robbie.
He's gotten very creative in his hand selection, but he's been duly punished when he has. But that's how he got those chips, James. So you live by the sword, you die by the sword.
Great to be out here in Black Hawk, Colorado. So much action here on the HPT. We started with over 700 entries. We're down to our final 7. We'll have more action right after these messages.
Welcome back to the Heartland Poker Tour here at the Golden Gates Casino and Poker Parlor in Black Hawk, Colorado. 7 players remain. Let's get back to the action.
James Larson and Robert Williamson III. Robbie, let's go ahead and take a look at the chip count.
Up top of our chip leaderboard, Rex still up there, but he's managed to increase his lead. But sliding into second place is now Shep. Our short stack Brandon, he's going to have to make a move soon.
Great to be back here in Black Hawk, Colorado. We ran 720 entries through, creating a prize pool for the 9th consecutive time of over $1 million. Shep's going to raise it up to $325,000, and Brandon's got the hood up now. Must be getting a little chilly up here in the mountains.
Or maybe he's just trying to hide some of his facial tics.
Action over to Rex now. Things going well here for Rex.
Well, Rex is a very methodical, well-thought-out player. He takes his times. He's creative. He's just an all-around really great player, but also he's a sweetheart. He's a really nice guy.
Well, he's a sweetheart because he's from San Antonio, Texas, just like you. Everything's bigger in Texas, and everybody I've met from down there. I like the people in Texas. Y'all are okay. You folks down there, you like to say y'all.
Yeah, we're always fixing something. We're fixing to go somewhere.
Anyway, Rex makes the call, so it's heads up. It's king-queen going up against the ace-10. The flop, 2 trays and a 9. Shep's still in the lead, and he's first to act. He's going to check it over to Rex.
Well, with Rex behind me, I don't blame Shep. I'd proceed with caution.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to see a lot of action for the rest of the night out of Rex because that's what he is. He is action. He's a gambler. He controls the table, and he's going to bet $280,000. And we found out he doesn't need cards to do that. He just won a huge pot with 7 deuce.
And I think that's probably the back of Shep's mind right now when he makes this call here on the flop.
Turn card now. There's another tray. The tray of clubs. So Shep's going to be first. He checks over to Rex.
Well, ace high does feel like it could be good here. I'm not going to say differently. I kind of agree with Shep.
Rex is 32 years old. He's a two-time Venetian Deep Stacks winner. He's going to make a pretty big bet here. 480,000.
Rex is not making it easy on Shep. I mean, he's really, really being aggressive.
Matt Shepsky has a 34th and an 8th here on the HPT. This is his second HPT final table, and he's going to make the call. And we go now to the river card, and look at that. The 9 of diamonds, so a full house on board.
And Shep pushes all in. Rex has to figure out, do I play the board and get half this pot? This is a really, really nice play by Shep.
Huge pot here. Will Rex make this call? As you can see, a full house on board, 3s full of 9s. But yeah, it's a tough decision.
Well,
it's a real tough decision.
These are our two chip leaders. This is a really expensive mistake if Rex is wrong. I think he has to lay this down.
And he's going to fold, so Shep's going to win the hand. Matt Shepsky, 32 years old. He just became a dad 6 months ago. He said he's really getting good at changing diapers, so grinding the cash game and changing diapers. That's pretty much his schedule these days. They're looking for a new house. That's their plans for the cash. A new house, and he told me more diapers.
Buy some diapers, yeah.
Absolutely.
Why not?
Congratulations to Shep. Action over to Rich. He looks down at the HPT special, the King-Queen.
Well, he's reaching for chips. I think he's going to make a play at this pot.
He's reaching for chips. He's going to go ahead and raise it up to 340,000. Danny Gonzalez gets out of the way. Not much going on for Danny at this final table. And now Vic's going to get all his chips in the middle with ace-7. So just over 600,000 now for Rich to make this call.
Yeah, and you know, even though Rich is behind, I think he has to make this call.
He is going to make the call. And Victor is going to be at risk. He's 60 years old from Denver, Colorado. He's got only $380 invested in this HPT event. And his tournament life is on the line, ladies and gentlemen. We go to the flop, and look at this. A disaster for Vic. An absolute disaster.
Wow.
2 queens and a 6, a couple of hearts.
Only running spades can save Vic or running aces now.
And the turn card is the 10 of hearts. Rich is going to win that hand, and that's going to do it for Vic. He's going to be eliminated, going out in 7th place, but not before we give him $29,570.
And since he was only in for $380, that's what I call a great return on investment, James.
Back to the action. Blinds are 80,000, 160,000 with a 20K ante. If you want to play on the national level right here in the HPT, check out our webpage. We have all the events and all the times and where we're going. It all happens at hptpoker.com. Action folded around to Shep in the 1 seat. Looks down at pocket 6s. Boy, on last week's episode, we saw a lot of pocket pairs. Looks like they continue again tonight. Shep's going to raise to 325,000.
Oh, speaking of pairs.
Speaking of pocket pairs.
Lady Lux on his side. 2 queens for my fellow Texan, Rex.
Everything going Rex's way. Pocket queens. I see a 3-bet in his future.
I do too.
Just a matter of how much.
I should clarify, Rex now lives in Orange County, but he formerly was from Texas.
Rex elects not to 3-bet. He's just going to make the call. Now over to Rich.
He's playing this a little tricky. I think the main consideration why he's doing this is Shep is a really, really deep stack as well, and Shep is also a very good player.
Rich makes the call. Danny Gonzalez folds once again. Danny's just staying out of the way. He hasn't had any cards. He's just staying out of the way and letting the other players battle it out.
Sometimes that's all you can do.
The flop now is 9-5 deuce, couple of clubs. Action is on Rich, who paired his 9.
A potentially very dangerous flop for Rich because he's got top pair and it feels like it'd have to be good, but Rex has got an overpair.
Shep with the pocket 6s. He's going to go ahead and make a bet. He's going to bet 680,000.
I think with this much of a coordinated board, I would have to raise if I am Rex in this spot.
I agree with you. Pretty good flop for Rex, but you're right. Couple of clubs out there, but he's just going to make the call. Well, he's really going to try to maximize his value on these pocket queens. And it might work, Robbie.
He sure is. This might actually be really bad for Rich. If Rex raises there, Rich might can fold, but now Rich thinks he's got the best hand.
Oh my gosh. Rich is going to raise to $2.2 million.
Well, The good news for Shep is he can be pretty certain now the 2 6s are no good.
Yeah, I think Shep's time in this hand is over. Now action back to Rex. Now does Rex just flat this?
No, I think this is where the charade is over. He goes all in. That's what I would do.
Well, look at that body language. He's kind of leaning into his personal space there as he looked at his chips.
And Rex goes all in. He really played this hand like incredible, James.
Absolutely, Robert.
Very impressed with
100%.
Rex.
It's very impressive to watch this guy play the game.
And this is really tough for Rich to get away from because Rex just flatted twice. If I'm Rich, I'd probably go broke right here.
Yeah. I kind of joked about Rich last week taking a lot of time with all his decisions, but right now, this is a very big decision for him. And Robbie, he's going to make the call.
And he's not going to like what he sees at all, James. He needs running spades or a 9.
Wow, Rich makes that call. Unbelievable. The turn card is the 4 of diamonds.
And now only a 9, and there's 2 left in the deck. Can save Rich or he's going out.
Huge pot here. We go to the river card. It's the ace of hearts. And folks, that is going to do it for Rich. He's going to go out in 6th place, $35,824. And boy, he's going to think twice about that hand on the ride home.
Yeah, I think he's going to have a lot of regrets about his play in general, but you know what? At the same time, he had great table demeanor, walked around and shook people's hands here, showing a lot of class and sportsmanship. Congratulations, Rich, on your finish.
When we come back, the action will continue, and we'll see if Rex can continue his quest to be our next HPT champion. Welcome back to the HPT. It's James Larson and Robert Williamson III. We're broadcasting from Blackhawk, Colorado, here at the Golden Gates Casino and Poker Parlor. Robbie, only 5 players remain. We're cruising right along.
They're falling like flies. That last part, we lost Vic and Rich, who had been at one point our chip leader of this tournament.
Up for grabs tonight, the bracelet, the title, and just about $228,000. Let's get back to the action. Blinds are $80,000, $160,000 with a $20K ante. It's folded around to Shep in the small blind. He looks down at 5 deuce of clubs, and he's going to raise enough there to put Brandon all in. It's the battle of the blinds, and Brandon's got the HBT special, the King-Queen.
I'll tell you what, here I don't blame Shep. He's putting maximum pressure on Brandon. But if I'm Brandon, I think I'm going to have to make this call, James.
Brandon's been playing poker since he was 18 years old. He's 26 now. This will be his largest score ever. And he's all in. We're going to flip over the cards. He's going to see that he's way ahead here with the 2 big overcards, and it's the HPT special. It's got to work, Robbie. All right, we go to the flop, and it's ace, queen, 10.
And that's a great flop for Brandon. He flops not only a pair and a straight draw, he's got Shep dead to runner now.
And the turn card, Robbie, is the 7 of hearts, and that's going to do it. Brandon's going to win the hand. He's going to double up, and he told us a story before he started playing. He's got a friend out here in Colorado and got on the phone and said, hey, there's a poker tournament out there. So he booked a flight, and now he's at this nationally televised final table. And he's only got $15,000 in lifetime career poker earnings. So
that's going to go up drastically tonight.
Blinds are now $100,000, $200,000 with a $30K ante. Folded around to the 1 seat, pocket jacks for Shep.
Man, he's had an awful lot of big pairs tonight.
He really has. He's going to raise to $425,000, and now the Sammy Hagar for the 2 seat of Brandon on the button, just doubled up, trying to keep the momentum going. Nice fold.
Wow.
Nice fold.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, you can learn a lot watching poker on TV, and right there, good example. It was raised to him, just pocket 5s, a small baby pair, as we like to call them. Thought about it for a second or two, and he put him in the muck. And now an all-in raise by Rexy here with ace-queen. And Shep is going to make the insta-call. Rex doesn't like this at all. He stands up.
Well, the 2 big stacks got tangled up again.
Now, if Rex does win this hand, he's going to have... He already has a lot of chips, but he's really going to have a lot of chips.
He'll have an additional mountain.
Absolutely. Pocket jacks going up against the 2 big overcards, and we go to the flop, 2 kings and a tray.
And that's a great flop for Shep. Rex is the one needing some help.
So 2 pair for Shep now, kings and jacks. Turn card now is the jack of diamonds, so Shep improves to a full house.
Well, bittersweet for Rex. He's got a royal flush draw, but that's the only way he can win this pot is with a 10 of diamonds.
The only way he can win the pot is if he makes his royal flush. All right, Shep in the lead with his full boat. We go to the river card. Wouldn't that be a bad beat? It's not. It's the king, so his boat gets bigger. It's kings full of jacks. The winning hand for Shep. He's going to double up and take down a huge pot from Rex. Action continues here from the Golden Gates Casino and Poker Parlor, Black Hawk, Colorado. It's James and Robbie. Blinds are 100,000, 200,000 with a 30K ante. Seen a lot of action on tonight's show, Robert. A lot of pocket pairs and raising and checks and
a lot of big hands.
folds and this and that. It's been a good night here on the HPT. It always is when we come out to Colorado. So great to see all of our friends here and the staff and the beautiful mountains, the great food, and the high-stakes poker action.
Oh, we're going to see if Rex tries to get some of those chips back.
Yeah, you know, when you had a bunch of chips, and he still does have a lot, but when you take that hit, you kind of want to get back to where you were.
Oh, and looky here. Danny's got an overpair to Rex's 5-6 suited.
Wow, we didn't see much from Danny Gonzalez tonight. Just didn't have any cards. He waited and waited and waited, and finally wakes up with pocket nines, a hand that he's going to shove all his chips into the middle.
Well, he's got to like this. It's a 4-1 favor going into the flop.
Danny's 33 years old from Denver, Colorado. He's got over 500,000 in career earnings. And we go to the flop, and he flops a 9-6 tray. Things are looking good for Danny G.
And Rex can only win this pot now if he hits some runner outs.
Danny Gonzalez, 33 years old, Denver, Colorado. And the turn card is the 9 of clubs, and that's going to do it.
Yeah, 4 of a kind, you win. Okay.
Robert, nothing better for Danny than quads and a full double up.
Danny has shown a lot of patience tonight, James, or he wouldn't still be around to catch these hands.
This is Danny's third final table. We talked about it before. He's got a 7th place, a 2nd place, and we'll see if he can capture his first HPT title right here at the Golden Gates Casino and Poker Parlor. We'll be right back after these messages. You're watching the HPT.
Welcome back. We have 5 players remaining here at the Golden Gates Casino and Poker Parlor in Black Hawk, Colorado. Let's get back at it.
I'm James Larson, joined by my good buddy, Robert Williamson III. 5 players remain. Robbie, give us the breakdown.
Oh, Rex is still up on top, but he's seen his chip lead dwindle. Shep really close behind. And Danny, that's the story right now. He's come from all the way from the bottom to 3rd place.
Danny Gonzalez told us in his pre-interview he's the best short stack player ever. Those were his words. And he also told me that he knew he was going to make the final table when he signed up for the tournament. Now that's confidence, my friend.
I think Phil Hellmuth might have a little something to say about this whole short stack specialist.
All right, Danny's got chips, and he's got the button, and he's going to raise to $425,000 with his Jack 10.
So many times when somebody wins a big pot, they feel like they need to continue the streak.
I know,
I
you
think
see
that's
that
what
a
we're
lot.
seeing here from Danny.
Shep's going to make the call here, defending his big blind, and we go to the flop. Danny G and Shep, and the flop is 10-8 deuce, couple of clubs. Shep will be first. He's going to check over to Danny.
Well, this is a great flop for Danny. Not only does he have a top pair and a better kicker, he's got the 10 of clubs just in case.
Danny reaching for chips. He's going to bet $350,000. And Shep is all in, and a snap call by Danny G.
Wow. Shep's played so solid all day today, and now, yeah, he might have made a little blunder here.
Danny G, just $380 invested in this HPT tournament.
Well, Danny's a big favorite to double up here.
Bring in 8, boss.
Turn card now is the 7 of hearts.
No, that's
Just like
disaster
that.
for Danny. Now Danny could be eliminated if he doesn't get a jack or a 9.
The 7 of hearts comes on the turn. We go to the river now, ladies and gentlemen. It's the tray of clubs, and that is going to do it. Danny Gonzalez, the intimidator, smiles, shakes the hands, showing great sportsmanship here at this final table. And he should be happy, Robert, after he gets over the sting. $46,634, his 3rd HPT final table. I'm going to make a prediction. We're going to see him back here on this TV show real soon.
I agree with you, my friend.
All right, action on the 9 seat. That's Garrett. Also goes by the name of Donald, or Don, or Patrick. He's going to go all in with his King Jack of Spades. Folded around to Brandon now. Brandon in the 2 seat. He's going to fold to Rex now in the 3 seat. Pocket 10s. That should be a call. We're going to flip over the cards, and Garrett's going to see he's not in the lead, but he's got a couple of big overcards, the King and the Jack suited in spades.
Well, I think a lot of times just having live cards and overcards to the board, at least you get back to close to a coin flip.
Go to the flop now. It's ace, 8, 6, all diamonds. Neither player has a diamond in their hand.
A very good flop for Rex. He just needs to dodge a king, a jack, or runner.
8 of hearts now on the turn, so life looking good here for Rex. Garrett, not so much. He needs to catch a card to keep his tournament hopes alive.
Only a king and jack could save Garrett's day.
And it's the 5 of clubs, and that is going to do it. A couple of quick eliminations here at this final table. Garrett's going to go out in 4th place, $63,910. He played great, and it was great to see him back here on the HPT. Action continues here from the Golden Gates Casino and Poker Parlor in Black Hawk, Colorado. And Robert, it's hard to keep up with these guys, man. It's knockout after knockout and a whole lot of action tonight.
Well, you have to say the chips have been in action tonight.
Action over to Rex, looks down at 10-7. Blinds are 100,000, 200,000 with a 30K ante. Rex is 32 years old, lives in Irvine, California, from the great state of Texas. Grew up in San Antonio. He's going to make the call. He's in the small blind, and now in the big blind, Shep's going to check his option with the 4 deuce, and the flop comes out 8-7 deuce, couple of diamonds.
Well, middle pair for Rex, bottom pair for Shep.
Shep is going to bet 250,000 chips.
Well, this should be a pretty easy call for Rex to make.
Rex got 11th back here in 2007, already improved on that here at this final table.
Oh, look at that turn card, James.
Turn card, deuce of hearts. Nice for Shep.
Oh, boy. This is going to be a tough hand for Rex to get away from without having some damage.
The bet now is 450,000. Yeah, this could be trouble here for Rex.
And Rex insta-calls.
And a pot building here, and now the 4 of clubs comes on the river.
A full house for Shep.
Rex is going to check.
And that looks like a safe card for Rex's hand. I think he's going to have to pay this off.
1.2 million is the bet by Shep. And Rex says call. Shakes his head a little bit. Doesn't like what he sees. And the winner of the hand is going to be Shep, stacking more chips. Boy, we're seeing the momentum change here a little bit. Everything going the way of Shep as we speak, Robbie. I want to talk about a few notables that cashed here at this HPT event. Stan Jablonski got 19th place. Sean Reginald Roberts, a 41st finish. And Dave Goodfriend, our pal from Chicago, 44th here at the Golden Gates Casino and Poker Parlor.
I guess you could say David is a good friend of the HPT, right?
It's pretty good. It's pretty good, Robbie. You're going to have to get a writer one of these days for those jokes, but we'll let that one slide. Action folded around to Shep, who makes the call in the small, and Brandon is going to check his option. So once again, the battle of the blinds, and the flop is 10-7 deuce, couple of spades.
Well, Brandon flops a flush draw, but Shep's going to take a swing at it all the same.
Shep's going to bet 225,000.
I think I like an all-in here from Brandon. Put maximum pressure back on Shep.
Brandon just 26 years old. This will be his largest score ever. He's reaching for chips, and that is going to be a call. We've seen him do that a lot. We saw that a lot on last week's episode, too. But he is just on a draw right now. He does have the best of it as we go to the turn card. And that's the draw. That's the card he was looking for.
It sure was. That gives him the absolute nuts. He's got the nut flush right now.
The ace of spades comes on the turn. And Brandon's going to check. I like that. River card now, the deuce of clubs. And Brandon was hoping for just that, for Shep to make a bet, 225,000.
But such a small bet. Don't think that Brandon instantly goes all in and Shep folds. The ruse was over.
The winner of the hand is Brandon. And when we come back from this quick commercial break, we'll have more exciting final table action. Welcome back to the HPT. It's James Larson and Robert Williamson III. 3 players remain here at our nationally televised final table as we come to you from Black Hawk, Colorado, here at the Golden Gates Casino and Poker Parlor. Now, your chip leader is Shep, but I want to talk about Brandon. He's just hanging around.
He started our day as the smallest stack, and he slowly grinded his way. I bet if you asked him at the beginning of the day, would you be happy right now to be guaranteed at least $92,000? He would gladly say yes.
Yeah, look at this money for third, $92,421. Second place, $144,000 and change. But everybody's chasing the title. And up for grabs, up top, almost $228K. All right, the action will start with Brandon. We're three-handed. He's on the button, and he's under the gun. Looks down at ace-king. We were just talking about this guy hanging around.
Yeah, but he's got to be pleased with this. It's going to look like he's trying to steal from the button, but he's actually got big slick. He's got a big hand.
Brandon lives in Palm Bay, Florida. He is all in. Rex is going to fold, and Shep is going to look him up. And once again,
wow,
Shep's got pocket jacks.
Does this guy ever fold his jacks? I mean, he gets some. That's the third time Shep's had jacks.
Unbelievable. The card's hitting Shep right in the face. So the ace-king going up against Shep's pocket jacks. And Brandon needs to improve or he'll be eliminated And the
He's
flop,
gotta love that flop.
ace, 9-5, couple of hearts. So a great flop there for Brandon. He goes ahead in the hand. The turn card is the queen of hearts.
And now there's only one jack in the deck that can eliminate Brandon.
The river card is the 6 of hearts, so Brandon's hand improves to a flush, a king high flush, better than Shep's jack high flush. Wow, Brandon, he's still alive. He's got chips.
I'll tell you what, he got another double up here. He gets one more double up. He's going to be dangerous.
Seeing some great poker here at the Golden Gates Casino and Poker Parlor. So glad you joined us tonight here on the HPT. Want to remind you to check out our webpage, www.hptpoker.com. Find an event that will work for you, and who knows, maybe you'll be playing for the life-changing cash. Shep's going to raise it up to $450,000 with his 10-9. And now Brandon looks down at a good hand.
This is what I call blind on blind violence.
Brandon reaching for chips here. He's going to make the call.
That's a good defend. I like that. Three-handed. King 10's got a lot of value.
And we go to the flop, and it's 8-6-4. They're all hearts. The only player holding a heart is Brandon.
And it's the king of hearts, which I think we're going to see some significant action here.
Shep's going to go ahead and lead out here. $360,000 is the bet.
Well, Shep does flop a gutter ball straight.
See if Brandon decides to raise here. Looks like he's just going to make the call.
Yeah, I don't like that, James. I think Brandon has to raise there.
Turn card now is the ace of spades.
Well, here's the problem. Now Brandon doesn't have but king high. If Shep keeps swinging at this, he might actually win this pot.
And Shep is going to slow down now. He checks. Brandon checks back. So we go to the river card, and it's the 7 of diamonds.
Wow, and that actually makes Shep a straight. So if Brandon had been more aggressive earlier in this hand, he'd be dragging his pot. Instead, Shep's got the best hand.
Wow, just like that, Shep makes that straight out of nowhere. He's going to bet $650,000. Easy fold here for Brandon. And the chip leader will stack more chips. As we say, the rich get richer here on the HPT. Nice payday, though, for all three players. Right now, the minimum cash, $92,421. Second place, just over $144,000. But the big one, the bracelet, the bragging rights, first place, $227,864. It's going to be one big party up here in the mountains after this HPT nationally televised final table.
And Brandon looks down, and he finds the HPT special.
The old king-queen. Never seen it folded here on the HPT. I've never seen it folded.
Not too often.
Brandon's going to raise to $500,000 with his king-queen. Over to Rex. Rex has been riding the roller coaster tonight.
He has. He decides to defend with the questionable hand, 6-4, but he does have position on Brandon.
We got to remind him we're not playing blackjack here. We're not trying to get a double down. We're playing no limit hold'em. We go to the flop. It's 5 trade
Wow,
deuce.
what a flop! Rex flops the absolute mortal nuts.
Unbelievable. 5 trade deuce. It's a straight. Brandon's going to check to Rex.
Really surprised Brandon checked that flop.
Rex is thinking, finally my luck is changing. Now the board pairs, the deuce of hearts.
Well, I think Brandon's going to have to swing at this. If I'm him, it just feels like I might have the best hand here. Or maybe I could bluff Rex off of his hand, but we know differently.
So it goes check, and then Rex bets $300,000. Now Brandon quickly makes the call. Boy, a king or queen here on the river would be terrible, yeah, for Brandon. But it's the 6 of hearts that should save him a little bit of money.
Yeah, 4 cards to a straight on the board. Very hard for Brandon to think he has the best hand anymore.
Rex is going to bet $720,000.
Brandon's trying to decide whether he wants to make this what would be, I think, a super hero call, not a normal hero call, and it's actually a bad one.
Pot of over 2.4 million chips.
And he calls.
And Brandon is going to make the call, ladies and gentlemen. A rare misstep for him down the stretch here. He doesn't like it at all. He makes the call, and he's going to lose the hand. But the winner is Rex, the 32-year-old from Irvine, California. Well, Brandon tried to be a hero, but he came back with 0.
I think I get that, James. But Rex played the hand really well. He flopped the nuts, checked twice, managed to tree him a squirrel.
Seeing a lot of action at tonight's final table, and when we come back, we'll have more. You're watching the HPT.
3 players remain here at the Heartland Poker Tour in Black Hawk, Colorado. Let's get back to it.
3 players remain, Robbie. Let's take a look at those chip counts.
Well, Shep's still up top and increasing his chip lead. Brandon is on life support and it's going to have to make a move really fast.
Blinds are 150,000, 300,000 with a 40K ante. Action starts with Rex. He's on the button, and he's going to raise it up with his ace-7. Going to go to 720,000. Over to Shep. Shep had a child 6 months ago. He's a new dad. And he's all in now with his Jack-10. Brandon looks down at 6-4, and he's thinking, I think I'm going to maybe stay out of the way here and let these two chip leaders battle it out. Maybe backdoor
move up into
place.
second place, right?
Because we're talking like $52,000,
right?
Roughly.
Wow, I can't believe what Brandon could be thinking about here. This is the perfect situation for him. The two big stacks get tangled up. Oh my gosh.
What? He's all in with his 6-4. Shep had already raised all in, right?
He had. I don't understand.
Well, we got to go to the flop, and it's ace-9 tray.
Oh,
Rex isn't
Rex
happy.
got to be sick about this.
Unbelievable. We go to the turn card. It's the 5 of clubs.
Well, that's a little ray of hope for Brandon now. He can catch a 6, a 4, a deuce, or a 7 to stay alive.
Wow, still not sure why Brandon made that call. And the river card is the 9 of clubs, and that is going to do it for Brandon. He's going to be eliminated in third place. A great payday for him, $92,431. I'm just not exactly sure what he was thinking there on that last hand.
Well, the 4-6 offsuit, he was trying to get a triple up. And the very next hand was his big blind, and he only had 2 big blinds left.
Well, his lifetime career earnings were just over $15,000, and we just gave him $92,421. I'm sure it's going to be a very happy ride home. Now, Robbie, it's time for Heads Up Poker. We got Shep, we got Rex, a couple of the best in the business.
Both these players super tough. It's going to be a great, exciting heads-up match.
They're both guaranteed 6-figure prizes, but only one can be our next champion. Let's get to Heads Up. Heads Up Poker now here from the Golden Gates Casino and Poker Parlor right here in Blackhawk, Colorado. Robbie, you got Shep and you got Rex. Who do you like?
Well, 2 great players. I've played a lot more against Rex, and he's really tough. But since Shep's got such a big chip lead, I'm going to go with the chip leader, Shep.
Whole lot of cash on the line, ladies and gentlemen. Rex makes the call. Now the option over to Shep. He's going to go ahead and raise it up to $650 with his 8-6.
Such a small raise. I don't think Rex is ever folding in that spot.
And Rex is going to make the call. The flop is Jack 7-6. It's a rainbow.
Well, bottom pair for Shep and a gut shot straight draw for Rex.
Shep's been in control for most of the night. He bets $575,000. Shep told us he's always confident at the tables, and he looks that way, and he's been feeling good the last couple of days. Feeling good and running good, my friend. It's a good combination.
It really is. Oh, this is an interesting card. Now this gives Rex a flush draw to go with a double gut banger. He needs an 8, a 4, or a heart.
Both players checking, and we go to the river card now. It's the 7 of clubs.
Well, that was a nice hold'em card for Shep.
Shep's going to check. Rex reaching for chips with absolutely nothing there.
Yeah, I think Rex missed his opportunity to steal this pot. I think he has to bet this on the turn. But of course, Shep did have an open and straight draw on the turn.
Rex just playing the board right now. Action over to Shep after the bet of 780,000 chips.
I think Shep's going to sniff this one out.
He's made a lot of good decisions here at this final table, and he's going to make another one. He makes the call. He's going to show his hand. That's good enough. 7s and 6s, the winner of our first heads-up match here at Golden Gates Casino and Poker Parlor. All right, Robbie, I got a feeling we might be here for a little while. A couple of great players. Going to go back and forth. Your chip leader is Shep. Looks down at Queen Jack. A great hand heads up. He's reaching for chips.
I think he just flats.
Just makes the call there.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. And now an all-in by Rex, who's got a really good hand, the ace-king of hearts.
Yeah, that's a tough spot for Shep. He does make the call, though. $3 million he calls.
He makes the call, ladies and gentlemen. Rex in great shape here to double up. A big hand brewing here, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to go to the flop. And we go Jack
right
10,
in the window.
6, right in the window. Shep pairs his Jack.
Well, Rex now needs Shep to catch 2 pairs.
Go to the turn card now. It's the 9 of diamonds.
Only a queen, a king, or an ace can save Rex from disaster.
And now we go to the river card, and it's the Queen of Diamonds. And just like that,
he got a ticket to Broadway.
absolutely. And I have to ask you, Robert, do you think Rex can make a comeback and win his first HPT title?
He's only down 2-1 in chips, and if anybody can scrap and claw their way back in it, it is Rex.
Well, coming up after this break, we will crown a new HPT champion. Don't go too far.
Welcome back. We are heads up here at the Heartland Poker Tour in Black Hawk, Colorado. Let's see who's going to be our new champion.
James Larson and Robert Williamson III. Robbie, looking at that chip graphic, basic math tells me it's 2-1.
It sure is, James. Even after that hit, Shep's up 14 million to 7.
Shep trying to win his first HPT title, but Rex would like to do the same thing. So
They both want that, and they also want this cash. $83,000 plus difference between second and first place.
unbelievable. These two are going to walk out of here with a couple of suitcases full of cash. $227,864 for first, $144,000 and change for second. Shep's going to raise it up to $750,000. He has jacks again.
Wow, he has lived with the Jacks tonight.
Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. And Rex is going to make the call. How does Shep always have pocket jacks?
I know, right?
He's got to give those back before they shuffle. The flop is ace, queen, deuce, couple of clubs. That may slow the jacks down a little bit. He's going to check over to Rex.
2 overcards on the board. I mean, that's just a terrible flop for Shep. But luckily for him, though, Rex decides to check back.
Go to the turn card now. And the turn card is the ace of hearts. Once again, action will start with Shep.
Well, that feels like a pretty safe card for Shep's hand.
Shep's going to bet $450,000. Now, what's going through Rex's mind
Well,
here,
I
Robbie?
think he's having a hard time believing the story that Shep's telling, because why would Shep check that flop, then bet the turn?
Looks like he's thinking about raising just on a bluff, but there's just so many hands that Shep could have here. And Rex does raise. Action over to Shep. And now Shep is all in, ladies and gentlemen.
That was a little bit of a reckless raise by Rex.
And a quick fold by Rex. Good read, though, by Shep. You got to give him credit with the 2 aces out there and the queen.
He's still,
yeah. Got to give him credit there. It was a great read. After all, they're just jacks. All right, blinds 150, 300, 40K ante. James Larson, Robert Williamson III, broadcasting from Black Hawk, Colorado, here at the Golden Gates Casino and Poker Parlor.
And looky here.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow, now Shep's got queens.
Shep needs to leave here and go buy a lottery ticket here in the great state of Colorado. He can't lose. It's a raise to $750,000, and Rex makes the call. Just an unbelievable run of cards for Shep. We go to the flop. It's King 10 tray.
Well, not a great flop for queens. Overcard on the board.
Yeah, but it's Shep. He always wins. He doesn't care. He checks. Rex checks. Turn card now, the 8 of diamonds.
Oh, this really makes it interesting. Now Rex has a flush draw.
850 is the bet by Shep, and I think Rex has had enough. He's tired of getting beat by this guy. We'll see if he decides to raise here, Robbie.
Yeah, I think with the stack size, I might actually myself.
He's just going to make the call. We're going to go to the river, pot of over 3 million chips, and the river card is the ace of clubs. It's going to slow Shep down a little bit. He checks, and Rex is all in. And a quick call, ladies and gentlemen. Unbelievable, and that is going to do it. Shep makes the call.
Shep made an incredible call there on the river, but I'll tell you what, Rex played great today, too. He just ran out of gas there at the end.
But Shep was just getting hit right in the face with the deck, playing well, running well. It's a deadly combination.
Caught a lot of big pairs today, and like you said, he played them well, too.
Speaking of Rex, though, what a great payday for him, $144,000 and change. I know he's going to be very happy. Maybe not right now, but tomorrow in the morning when you deposit that check. And he's joined with Melissa Castello.
How are you feeling?
It's disappointing. It's still a good finish, and I enjoyed playing the tournament. Look forward to the next one.
Early on in this final table, it was literally the Rex show. I mean, everything was going your way. At what point do you think things changed?
I lost the flip to the eventual winner. I had ace queen of diamonds. I shoved pre and got called by jacks, and I lost the flip after that. Things just went his way.
Thanks so much, guys, and once again, congratulations to Rex. Enjoy that 6-figure payday. Our star of the show tonight, though, is Shep. He's our new HPT champion. He bested a field of over 700 entries, and he's going home with the cash and the title.
Matt Shepsky played great tonight and made some really big calls. Congratulations to Matt Shepsky.
And what a payday, $227,864. He's joined with Melissa Castello.
All right, Matt Shepsky, congratulations, winner of Black Hawk, Colorado HPT. How are you feeling?
feels unreal. Really happy. Yeah. I don't even have words. I'm just like really shocked.
Now you came into this table 8th in chips. Did you expect to be sitting here in the winner?
I thought if I got chips, I'd have a chance, and I was lucky enough to double up the first hand. And I mean, it's a roller coaster, but things worked out, and I'm really happy.
Now you said you're going to buy diapers with the winnings. That's an awful lot of diapers.
Yeah, it's a lot of diapers. Buy some other stuff too. Yeah.
All right. Well, congratulations. Thanks so much, and I'm sure we'll see you again on the tour.
Definitely.
Thanks so much, guys. And once again, congratulations to Shep going home with the cash and the title. And Robbie, it's been an awesome week out here in Black Hawk, Colorado. I'll be honest, though, I'm a little exhausted.
Well, the air is a little thinner up here, but speaking of thin, a thin line between winning and losing. And tonight, Matt Shevsky played great and made some incredible reads.
I want to thank all of our players that came out here to Black Hawk, Colorado, making this a $1 million prize pool for the 9th consecutive time. And we have to thank everybody at this wonderful property, the Golden Gates Casino and Poker Parlor. Now, if you're watching this and you want part of the cash, part of the fun, why not give it a shot? We've got a website. You can find an event that will work for you. And who knows, maybe you'll be here on the national stage. All the information is at hptpoker.com. For Robert Williamson III, I'm James Larson, and we'll see you next time on the HPT.